Hello again. Perhaps I'm being unduly cynical, but when Home Secretary Priti Patel announces what she describes as an exciting new immigration route, and Chancellor of the Exchequer Rishi Sunak endorses it as a way for the United Kingdom to grow as an international hub, my heart sinks. This is partly because I don't particularly want this country to be even more of an international hub than it already is. But also because I don't trust anything either of those two slippery customers say, especially when it relates to immigration. In this case, I was right to be suspicious because reading about the details of this exciting new route to immigration convinces me that it's just one more way to flood the country with foreigners. The idea is that graduates from the world's best universities, including Harvard and Yale, will be designated high potential individuals and be able to come and live in Britain and look for work. Oh, and they'll also be able to bring their families, of course. A lot of mention is made of the fact that the 20 best foreign universities outside Britain are American. It is hinted that this scheme will let us poach all the top talent from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Stanford, Harvard, and all the rest of those world famous American institutions. But this sounds a bit fishy to me. Why on earth would high flying graduates from Harvard want to up sticks and come to work in this country rather than in California or New York? Only graduates from the top 50 universities outside Britain will be eligible for this scheme, and these certainly include some pretty good universities in the United States. As I say, I'm not at all sure why many students from those places would wish to leave their own country to come and work here. On the other hand, among those 50 top overseas universities also happen to be 2 in Hong Kong, 5 in Singapore, and 6 in China. Oh, and a couple in Japan as well. You know what? I already have an idea that this scheme will be leading to an awful lot of Chinese people beetling over to this country with their families. I wonder if viewers know how many foreign students came to live in Britain last year. 470,000, nearly 500,000. That's how many. Last year in total, 1 million foreigners were given permission to come and live here, and all the signs are that this number will be exceeded this year. It is expected that more foreigners will arrive here this year than in any of the years leading up to Brexit. This new plan will simply give an unlimited number of people and their families from a dozen universities in China the chance to come here as well. The numbers for this scheme are being designated as uncapped, which means there is literally no limit to how many people will be able to come to Britain under it. It is perhaps no coincidence that the two people who are loudly proclaiming the virtues of this new way for high potential individuals to come to Britain are themselves from immigrant families. They are happy to encourage more immigrants and honestly do not see a problem with increasing numbers. As usual, in the description to this video I give a link to a news item giving details about this idea. By the way, I was leafing through this book the other day. It's an Atlas of British History. It was published in 1993 and it gives some facts and figures about Britain. In the early 1990s, it was another world. Kids, just look at this. This is a section map on asylum, let's say claiming asylum in Britain. Care to guess how many people claimed asylum in this country from Nigeria in the course of 7 years between 1985 and 1992? 10. Yeah, just 10 people from Nigeria in 7 years. That alone should give you some idea of how things have changed. And what about this quotation, which seems literally unbelievable? In addition to 2,400 people granted asylum in 1990, more than 28,000 individuals were permitted to immigrate to Britain. 28,000? Yeah, in a year. Times have certainly changed since this was published, haven't they, in 1993?